Hi everyone, happy Thursday, and welcome back to day 3 of 19 lessons that I have learned in 2019. If you haven't been following me, I started a live series sharing 19 lessons that I've learned in 2019, and today I am going to share lessons 6 and 7. And lessons 6 and 7 kind of go hand in hand. So lesson 6 that I've learned in 2019 is be still and trust God. Be still and trust God. I know this lesson. We've all heard it. We've all heard Psalms 46:10, be still and know that I am God. But there's a second part of that verse that I think sometimes we skip past. But God also says, I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted on earth. And I had to go and look up what the definition of exalted is. And exalted means I will be placed on a higher level, on a powerful level. So for me, that means that in this year, when I was going through things, or when I'm going through things, or when I'm experiencing trials and storms, God is saying, I'm higher than all of those things, so you can be still. And you know, a lot of times we hear be still and we're like, okay, let me just not do anything. Let me just stop doing the work that I am doing. Let me just do nothing. But that's not what God means. When God speaks about being still, he's talking about in your mind. He wants your mind to rest and trust him. He wants you to not worry. And that's my 7th lesson in 2019. Worry won't change God's mind, nor will it change your circumstance. God does not want you to worry about the place he has you in life currently. He does not want you worrying about those storms. He does not want you worrying about what's next, how you're going to do this or that, how you're going to pay that bill, how you're going to accomplish all the tasks you need to do in a day. God does not want you worrying. He wants you to trust him. Worrying is such wasted energy. Worry changes nothing, absolutely nothing. But I learned what can change some things in 2019, and that's prayer. So instead of worrying, I began to pray. And prayer began to change not my circumstances, but change me. Prayer began to allow me to put my faith in the powerful God that I serve. Prayer began to teach me to read his word and let his word be in my heart, to meditate on his word, meditate on what his promises says, and actually believe his word. Do you know that in Mark 16, when Jesus is buried and he rises again, he appears to Mary Magdalene first. And so Mary Magdalene, she runs and she tells his followers, and they're all crying and worrying and just mourning about Jesus being dead. And she goes to them, she's like, yo, I saw Jesus and he is not dead, he's alive. But you know they didn't believe him. They didn't believe her. They did not believe her. They stayed in that place of worry until Jesus came and showed them what Mary said was the truth. There are things being spoken into our lives right now. People are saying, listen, I know where you are in life. I know what you're going through. I know what you're experiencing. That's what I was encountering in life when I would deal with storms, or when a storm hit my life. People would tell me, listen, I know how you feel, but I want you to know that I prayed for you. And God says that you're going to come out on a better end of this story, that he's going to raise you up in this story. But I didn't believe him because worry had taken over my mind. God had to teach me in 2019 again to be still and trust him. And he also taught me that worry won't change my circumstances, nor will it change his mind about where he needed me in life. I had to go through what he needed me to go through, because those things were strengthening me and developing me for what he had for me next. Have a blessed day, guys, and thank you for joining.